Hello everyone, welcome back to Anmol Astrology channel. Now today's video is about Venus and Rahu conjunction, and this is actually the most awaited video for long because Venus Rahu conjunction, there are so many misconceptions with this conjunction, and let me talk about what I have personally heard about it. I've always heard that Venus and Rahu conjunction is like, people have been told, especially females, that your character is not good. So there's a lot of character assassination with Venus and Rahu conjunction. But the real fact is that Venus is the deva of the Asura and Rahu is Asura itself. So here we have the teacher with its disciple. So it's not necessarily wrong every time, but it of course has its own cons and pros. So it's like, what the thing is about astrology, that we always need to understand the pattern. Every conjunction, every placement has a pattern. Every nakshatra has a pattern. We are here, we are performing the 27 nakshatras in our day-to-day life. So it's just about the patterns. I don't think it's good to character assassinate a person just on the basis of their chart and on the basis of what placements they have. Right? It's more so that we need to respect this thing and see why I'm saying this specifically in Venus and Rahu conjunction video, because I have actually heard a lot negative things about it, especially according to regarding the character of a person. So let me first explain this thing, that we always need to understand Desh Kal Patra. We need to understand what surroundings we are in, what timings we are in. Nowadays, Venus conjunct Rahu or Venus placements, prominent placements, Rahu prominent placements, these are actually necessary to exist and survive in this sort of era. Because if you are more Jupiterian in this era, you might not be able to, simply survive. People will just crush you down because of your helpful nature. So Venus and Rahu conjunction actually makes a person very, very clever. Extremely clever, because alone Venus is a planet of diplomacy. So it makes a person go quite diplomat with things. And Rahu, that's actually the mind. It's not like Ketu is the body and Rahu is the mind. So that makes a person very, very clever. Okay, so now, so as to understand what a conjunction means, first of all, we need to know that which planets we are dealing with. So naturally, Venus is the symbol for relationships. It is the symbol for romance. It naturally rules the second and the seventh house, which is about income, finances, family values. And it represents the seventh house, which is partnership, which is legal partnerships, contracts, other people, your spouse, everyone that you interact with. It's mass population. It's about fame as well, the seventh house. So here now we have Venus and Rahu conjunction, and so Rahu actually co-rules the sign of Aquarius. So it also rules some portion of the 11th house. So now we'll consider it this way, that Venus is conjunct, the second and seventh lord is conjunct with the 11th lord here. So what results are you going to see? Let's talk about Rahu. We forgot that. Okay. So Rahu is the planet of illusions. First of all, you need to know that Rahu is the head and Ketu is the body. We are also going to talk about Ketu, but that will be in another video, next video probably. Okay, so what happens here is that Rahu is just the mind. Rahu is that Maya, that mirage, that illusion. Rahu loves to create illusions. Rahu loves to portray things, in a flamboyant way, in a way which is not actually there. So it's like one saying goes very appropriately with Rahu, khoda pahad nikli chuhiya. So it's like Rahu creates that mirage and that thing, that it's an explosive energy. So it represents everything in an explosive way, but the foundation is not that much, the foundation is not there. And Rahu is a planet who wants to get everything, who is hunger for everything. So one thing you'll have to prominently see when you are talking about Rahu is that whichever planet Rahu is conjunct with, Rahu is going to behave like that planet, and as well as Rahu is going to feel hungry about that planet. Like for example, if Rahu is with Mars, a person is status oriented. A person is, insecure about what they are representing outwards, how they are, what status they have. So always you'll see Rahu and Mars conjunct people. They are always talking about money. They are always talking about status. They are always talking about how they are superior to everyone else. If a person has Jupiter and Rahu conjunction, that Rahu is going to behave like Jupiter. So a person is always going to, guide other people, advise other people. So with Rahu, the corruption comes in that a person will not see that the other person is asking for the advice or not. They'll just advise them. So that is how Rahu operates. So with Rahu and Venus, what happens is a person is hungry for luxurious experiences, for relationships, and for unionship. So these people, actually, I won't say these people are completely unfaithful, but these are the people, when they are in a relationship, they are deeply obsessively into that relationship. And what they do is they will obsessively be involved with the other person. Then there comes a time when with a click they just feel, I'm bored, let's go there now. So this is what Venus Rahu is. So this happens. These people always want that adventure. They always want that love, constant love and affection. So that's why somehow the commitment and the stability lacks here. And the other thing also about Rahu is that Rahu is a so Rahu is a planet which is a planet of perfection. So with Rahu and Venus conjunction, a person wants the perfect partner for themselves. So what happens is, suppose they are with one partner, they won't ever feel completely satisfied with that particular partner. So they'll always look around, they'll always have that eye on other people. So wherever, because Rahu is that Maya, Rahu is that illusion, it is going to bring one thing to you and then it is going to bring another thing. First time you'll feel, no, that one thing is everything for me, but then you'll start getting confused. That Maya will be in your head and you'll overthink and you'll get confused and you'll feel, no, I should go towards the second thing. So this is with the people when Venus and Rahu is conjunct, and this is regardless of if a person has if a person is male or female. This is actually a foundational predictions, and these are going to happen with both of the people, because Venus ultimately represents one's spouse, regardless of if you are a female or a male. But specifically in case of male, you need to see Venus, because Venus represents wife or females for a man. Okay, now next thing that you'll see with this conjunction is that the sign of Libra and the 7th house gets activated whenever you have this conjunction, and it mostly gets activated at the ages of 19 and 30. These are the years when these people will actually, either they will have relationships, or they will actually have exotic relationships, exotic experiences, I can say. And by this I mean that they will have relationship which is beyond the ethics of the society, because Rahu is a rebel. Rahu is going to rebel. Rahu is going to go against the norms of the society. And no, while we are talking about norms of society, let's talk about this, that actually Rahu is not always unorthodox and outcast. I mean, it is a rebel. It wants to break the boundaries, but it is not unorthodox. Everyone says with Rahu nakshatras and with Rahu placements that this person is unorthodox, but let me tell you, it actually depends on where Rahu is placed and in which sign Rahu is placed and in with which planet Rahu is placed with. Otherwise, Rahu is actually the most, I would say, it is an orthodox planet if these conditions are not satisfied. Like, for example, let me give you a crystal clear example so as to have a better understanding. So the thing is, the nakshatra of Ardra, it is ruled by Rahu, right? So people say that Ardra nakshatra, these people are quite eccentric, these people are quite unusual, and these people are very unorthodox. They want to break the boundaries. But actually, Ardra people are the most orthodox and traditional people that I personally have ever seen. So, and with Venus Rahu conjunction also, I've seen people to be very extremely narrow minded with their partners. These people will be the ones who always have that doubt in their mind, who are always overthinking about what their partner is doing, or they are obsessing over it. So there comes their orthodox behavior that you are only confined to me, you cannot go anywhere else. But themselves, they try to do that. They try to break the boundaries, but they don't let another person break that boundaries. So somehow this conjunction, I have personally seen, whichever people I have seen, that whenever I have had a conversation with Venus Rahu conjunction people, I've always sensed this thing within them, that these people are actually spiritually conservative. So, and these people are not like they are talking about something which is not reasonable according to the society. Okay, now the next thing that you'll see is that these people are extremely creative, and most probably these people are going to land up into professions if the other chart, the all over chart promises that, then these people will end up doing something related to creative fields. The other thing that you'll see is that these people like to represent their skills in a flamboyant way. These people have those skills, but the presentation is actually in 200. Whichever, like the work might not be that graceful, but they'll present it very nicely, very flamboyantly. Okay, now the other thing that you'll see is that there are, of course, multiple relationships and multiple breakups with these people. Now the other thing that you'll see with this conjunction is that since Rahu is with the natural 2nd and 7th lord, what happens is these people are hungry for income, for money, for luxury, and for traditions as well. Relationships and partnerships also, because of the 7th house. But you'll see these people can be actually the most miser people. They might not like to spend a lot on other people, and they are very budgetary with the finances as well. You'll always hear these people talk about money, maybe not talking about money, but they'll always consider that what thing they are buying and what is the cost, all of that. But these people spend on themselves. This is the selfishness which comes in with Venus Rahu conjunction, that these people want that comfort, but they want all of it for themselves. But when it is about providing someone else, they might act selfish in that way. So they like to spend a lot on themselves, on luxuries. And with Venus Rahu conjunction, if Mercury is also involved here, then these people can go for plastic surgeries. These people can go for artificial methods to look young or to look beautiful. If Mercury is conjoined, then to look young. If Mercury is not there, then just to look beautiful. And another thing that you'll see with this conjunction is that these people actually get a very, very beautiful wife, if it's a man. If it's a woman, then we have to see Jupiter as well and the 7th lord placement. But on a whole, I would say that with Venus Rahu conjunction, a male gets a extremely beautiful and stunning wife. And actually you'll also see that with Venus Rahu conjunction, the partner is always connected to to their wife or their spouse in any way. They always like to have adventures and do everything together. This is one thing. Because of that obsessiveness, the thing that you'll see with this conjunction is that these people actually have a very exotic taste. These people want to eat exotic foreign food. They'll have foreign friends as well, or they'll have friends who are settled abroad, friends of different backgrounds, different ethnic race, anything like that. So it's the foreign element is of course the most prominent with Venus Rahu conjunction. And the other thing that we see with Venus Rahu conjunction is that Rahu is an explosive planet, and Rahu also brings in transformations and sudden ups and downs in a person's life, right? So with relationships, with each and every relationship, a person is transformed in their life, and a person will experience ups and downs either after marriage or in the relationships. And those ups and downs will not be like you already know about it or already have an idea about it. They are going to be explosive, and they are going to be all of a sudden. These can actually be those people who can have breakups just in a click, just suddenly. So this is what I see with the Venus Rahu conjunction. And let me tell here that with Venus Rahu conjunction, it doesn't necessarily means that a person is going to have 3, 4, 5 wives, and it doesn't necessarily means that it is going to give you a divorce. It's actually seen from other things in a chart. Venus and Rahu is not responsible for that, because that is also one thing I've heard from somewhere, because someone was told that Venus Rahu can give you multiple wives, and it is actually not like that. You need to see other placements for that. Okay, so guys, this was my analysis on Venus Rahu conjunction. I hope it is helpful. If you guys are new to my channel, don't forget to subscribe, like, comment and share, and you can even press the bell icon so that you get notified whenever my video is posted. And if you guys would like to have your personal readings from me, you can check out the link below, www.anmolastrology.com, and under the consultation section you can book a personal reading for yourself. And one thing more I wanted to communicate here is that I am going to upload some unique readings on actually, I should not talk about it. I should actually directly upload it. So these are going to be unique readings which I am going to upload on my website within a week or so. And those are going to be interesting. And I'll let you guys know. I'll let you guys post it. Okay? Bye-bye. Take care.